Nietzsche believed that the weak used morality as a weapon against the strong. And I believe that he's been vindicated on that. Like, the weak does use morality as a weapon against the strong. And I'm going to tell you where Western Europeans stand in this situation. I'm going to give you an example. Imagine you're at a house party and there's a bunch of strangers and you don't really know them that well. And they convince you that you're a bad person and that you need to go ahead and chop your fucking balls off. And as a signal to everybody of how much of a good moral person you are, you chop your balls off. And then they tell you, after you chop your balls off, we're going to chop our balls off too. But you need to go first because you have a history of injustice and oppressing people. So you need to chop your balls off first. Right? And so you take out a knife and you chop your balls off because you're a good, virtuous, moral, liberal person. Right? And then everybody else at the party looks at you like, this fucking idiot just chopped his fucking balls off. And then it's, and then you're like, guys, I chopped my balls off. Are you going to chop your balls off now? And they say, no, you fucking idiot. Like, this is not how the world works. You don't think, your enemies don't respect you for chopping your balls off. And this is something liberals fail to understand. Your enemies do not respect you for apologizing and groveling and chopping your balls off and being a little simp and caring about everybody else's issues when they don't reciprocate that and they don't care about your issues at all. It is slave morality. And Friedrich Nietzsche taught us about it. The very idea that you would cower and fear at words like racist and sexist is slave morality. It's Nietzschean slave morality. This doesn't mean you have to be a fucking Klansman, like running through town and lynching every minority you see. It doesn't mean you actually have to be a hateful person that hates other people. It doesn't mean that. People are going to twist this and, oh, you're just promoting hate. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means that you stand up for yourself, you stand up for your tribe, and when you have interactions with these other groups, you look at yourself as the member of an extended family called a tribe, and you carry yourself with respect and dignity, and you come to the table like racial issues in America, right? You got white people, you got black people, and you bring them to the table, but you have to acknowledge that you're a white person, and you have to acknowledge you have white interests. You have white interests, and black people have to acknowledge, well, actually, they're pretty good at this. This is not really a problem in the black community. Because again, they don't fall for this shit. They're smarter than to fall for this shit that white people have fallen for. So this isn't really too much of a problem with black people, but black people have to admit that they're black and that they have black interests, which I think they got that part right. A lot of times black people get confused because they get mixed signals from white people. And the reason they get mixed signals from white people is because white people are literally not allowed to say how they really feel about race, or they'll get fired from their job, right? Because the Nietzschean slave morality has run so deep in our society that it is literally impossible to say how you really feel about basic social issues. Millennials and Gen Z in high school, you are put in this freaking classroom with all these women that tell you what you are allowed to think. And women, for thousands of years, they raised kids. Men, we fight wars against other tribes that are invading walled cities, and we kept the women safe. And even to this day, when the draft gets passed around, when it's time to go to war and get our legs blown off, we're going to go to war and get our legs blown off. They bitch about pregnancy. You take away one little option they have. Oh, abortion, we have less access to abortion now because of the states' rights. They want to throw a fit. But when it's time for us to go get our legs blown off in a fucking war, we're going to go get our legs blown off in a fucking war because that's what we do. We're men. You take away one little reproductive right. Oh, the fucking men, the sky is falling because certain states don't allow abortion anymore. Woo, so you can't have sex with an unlimited number of men with no consequences. Oh, man. Yeah, we got to correct that right now because we want them to be able to have sex with an unlimited number of men and there be no consequence. It's not like there's birth control and condoms and the child custody courts are already turned in your favor. It's not like there's preferential hiring practices that benefit you. It's not like statistically you don't work as well as men do. I mean, we can lift more. We got better work ethics. We can lift heavy things. We don't get pregnant. We don't get maternity leave. We don't constantly have to go to the HR department. We're better employees, bro. Oh, men get paid more than women. No shit. We don't go on maternity leave. We can lift heavy shit better. And we're not constantly going to the HR department. It's not a nuisance to have us as an employee. We're not constantly calling up the HR department about a fucking sexual harassment claim. No shit, men get paid more than women. Why would you want to hire somebody that's a liability unless there was some artificial federal program that was like paying you extra money, artificially incentivizing me hiring you, or unless I had some type of public relations or HR related bullshit? I don't know why I would want to employ a woman. I'm serious, bro. I don't know why. This is a liability. This person can get pregnant. This person can accuse me of sexual harassment. This person is a liability. I don't know why I would want to hire this person. Again, our society has reached a level of insanity that is unprecedented. Unprecedented levels of self-censorship, of not saying how you really feel about things, as if that's really going to make the world a better, more desirable place to live in any way. As if that's really going to solve any real issues by suppressing how you really feel about things, creating an environment where people are scared. This is the world that baby boomers have created. This dystopian bullshit. You got YouTube channels called Dad Saves America. We don't need Dad to save America. We need Dad to fucking take his retirement, shut the fuck up, and allow us to take control of our society as we gain the majority, millennials and Gen Z. I am tired of these gray hair people running around telling us how to run this society. Enjoy your retirement. With all due respect, shut the fuck up. These boomers. Enjoy your retirement. Have fun. Relax. With all due respect, shut the fuck up. It's not your turn. You don't actually solve society's problems by suppressing yourself and creating this stupid fucking puritanical system. It's what it is. It's reverse engineered puritanism. The same liberals that will woke scold you were Puritans. Their ancestors were Puritans. These used to be the Christian fanatics. And now they're trying to tell you what fucking pronouns you're allowed to use. If you can't even stop me from using the word then how are you going to dictate what pronouns I'm allowed to use? We're going to have to bleep that one out. But you guys know what I said. Guys, I apologize for the lapse in content. There's going to be a lot of content coming out. Alright guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'll see you guys in the next one. Jordan Jareb, signing off.